A hip hop, a hippity hop, a hip hop, hippity hop. Okay, we are rolling, Scott. So,
Rolling.
What's that thing? Action. Okay. All right. You ready to tell the world about you poisoning me? That's coming up later. Let's get this show started.
Okay.
For the audio program, yes. Hey girl, welcome to Hey Girl with Bobby Jean Spears. I'm Bobby Jean Spears and I'm here with...
Are you ready? The Bareback Contessa.
She's
Hey
back.
Scott, how are you? She's back again. She got her contract renewed and I brought her back.
Oh,
for
good.
episode fucking 7.
What?
Yeah, 7. We've committed to 7 weeks of
That's
something.
the more commitment that I've given in my anything.
I think it's the longest relationship you've had.
I don't disagree with you.
Even digitally.
Again, I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, I think so. So, hi everybody. Thanks for coming back and listening again. Or if you're listening for the first time, don't touch that dial. We get better. We're like a fine wine. We're good in a box. So,
And on a dime.
yeah, I'm good on it. I'm good on anything.
Mm-hmm.
What should we tell the folks what we're drinking for our cocktail hour? And we hope that you'll pour a cocktail and
Oh, yes.
and drink with us.
So as you know, before we've had this cocktail.
I invented. I want
We
to be
did.
clear.
We invented a cocktail.
I invented. I would like you to take back your we. I invented. Well, actually, no. Your we.
No, it was a
we.
we.
It was a we because I added the one thing, but you
added
came
the
in
other.
with that little kick.
The sleeper hit.
Yeah, the sleeper hit, whatever. But it still would have been just as dandy with my original idea. But anyway, go ahead.
The lovely people.
Well, we need to finish telling them what we had last week. What if they're new
Oh,
listener?
wait, hold on. What did we have?
We had Mujeska.
Oh, yeah, we did have the Mujeska.
Which is Mugen AI Light, which we had last week as our
cocktail.
Cocktail.
And we remember we added the little bit of
elderflower
liqueur.
And
we just topped it with some Fresca.
And bitch.
Just gave it a little kiss with
if
some
it
Fresca.
wasn't just something, if it wasn't winter, I would be like, I need this by the pool.
That's perfect poolside.
Isn't it? Like
perfect poolside.
Vegas, Cabana, or like with our budget, more like Virginia Beach Cabana. That we put together ourselves from IKEA.
The fifth wheel trailer that we
Yeah.
are parked up on the beach with.
Exactly. That's more. But it was delicious and we loved it. So we got the rest. There's 3 different bottles. There's like the one that we had, the light, and then there's
the standard.
the standard that works as like a substitute for other liquors like vodka, tequila, or
gin,
what have you. But this one we decided to
we
rip it off like
shelf.
a Band-Aid. We went top shelf and we went in with the Big Daddy here, Mugen X, which is...
It is...
Scott just showed you if you're watching on our Patreon, if you're one of our betches, which we have a new betch we'll talk about later, but screw that betch right now. I don't want to talk about her.
So it's the Mugen X, which is supposed to be like... You'd be able to drink it with like your scotches and your bourbons and your tequilas. It's a barrel-aged Mugen.
It's a dessert wine.
And it is fucking delicious.
It is really good. And I don't make a face when I drink it, and I make a face when I drink everything. Like, even like, especially beer. Beer's for gross people.
So here's what we did. We were feeling really inspired.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to the Mugen website.
I went to their recipes.
We went to their cocktail recipes. And we followed one of them.
Well, who better to take a recipe from than the people that make it?
Yeah, and who better to make it than the Bareback Contessa?
Are you ready?
Boing, 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 boing. Bareback Contessa does
So
not
we
condone
made-
unsafe sex.
Correct.
That's your fact. That's what they say at the end of your. The Bareback Contessa does not condone unsafe sex. Please use condom every time.
We made the Mugen Old Fashioned.
And
And I'm a whiskey girl. I love a bourbon. I love a good bourbon.
Whiskey makes me. I'm hot. Well, we already had one during the
during our
pre-show. If
pre-show.
you weren't on the pre-show, then fuck you. I'm kidding.
Damn.
I'm kidding. But fuck you if you don't join. If you are entertained by this and you want to support us, goddammit, you go to fucking patreon.com/heygirlpod and give us $5. That's all we're asking for.
Yeah.
My lord.
But we totally get it if you don't.
I don't understand. We're a great visual medium. We translate beautifully on screen. Do you see that monitor?
I know.
Or at least the right side of it?
Get fucked. Uh-oh.
What? Don't belch into my screen.
I thought I was about to really blow one.
All right, so we made the old fashioned, which tell people what an old fashioned
So
is
it's the
typically.
Mugen
Because
X.
I didn't know. No, what?
Usually an
normal.
old fashioned normally is like a bourbon with some bitters and some orange zest.
It's got a little bit of Monica in its life.
And it's usually got a sweetness of some kind. Like a lot of people do like a simple syrup or a sugar cube or.
Scott did a complex syrup.
We did not have sugar cubes here in the dining room studios.
Yeah, the dining room studios do not carry sugar cubes.
Yes, we are not that bougie here. So I made a
Well, I
simple
fed
syrup.
them all to my pony.
Yeah. Well, the Bareback Contessa reached into his cupboards
Reached deep into his dark
And
cavernous cavern.
and made a homemade simple syrup. And so I added that with my Mugen
Wow.
X.
It hits different. My left eye, or no, this eye. Wait,
That would be.
I'm looking in the monitor. Everything's different. One eye is definitely closing a little bit more than the other one.
So let me tell you, even if you're not a whiskey person because you don't like that strong burning
this is a
harsh
way to fit in
taste,
and feel cool.
this is what you want right
I
here.
could take this
You
and
get
feel
the full,
cool.
the good rich whiskey flavor. And
Just none of the. Well, you get the nice little quick burn, but
there is the initial little hey, I'm
it's-
alcohol burn.
Yeah,
But then it's just enough to say, hey, I'm there.
yeah.
It's not enough it doesn't stay around. She doesn't linger.
Smooth as an asshole at Folsom Street Fair. You could just it's just so smooth.
Yeah.
You don't feel a thing. And you feel something later, but it's really good. I was most nervous to do this one. So when he wanted to
Well, I
crack
just had
this
a
one
high
open first.
I'm not gonna lie. I knew I didn't think it was gonna be bad by any means, but I
knew you would like it.
love
regardless, 'cause
I love
you're-
an old fashioned. I
you're
love a Manhattan. Those are
bougie.
two of my favorite cocktails. This is fucking great.
Would you say, honestly, and it doesn't matter, you can like something better, but if someone put this old fashioned in front of you or an old fashioned made traditionally, what would you pick? Because I've never had a regular one.
Is it do I get to pick my whiskey of choice in it?
Well, I mean, I guess you're at a bar, but they're
Honestly, I don't know.
would you cycle? You think you found something to add to your cycle?
Oh, for sure. This is easily making its way towards the top with how smooth and delicious and it's rich but it's light. It's warm but it's
it's warm, but it's cold. It's a
it's
dog, but it's a
checking
cat.
every box. It's
It's a box, but it's a circle.
it's so good.
It's a circle.
I'm so surprised at how much I like it.
I'm surprised I like it.
I'm even more surprised that you like it.
Thank you so much.
Honestly.
That deserves such a round of applause.
That
Oh,
sounds so much.
I hit the wrong button. Oh, I'm sorry. That was supposed to be an applause.
That was our one guest in the studio.
That was our one.
audience.
We don't even have a guest. Actually, Larry, my cat, is over there, dead asleep.
Yeah, I'm not paying one bit of attention.
No. Oh, he just looked at it. Can he hear that?
Probably. He's an animal.
He talks. I talk to my cat Larry all the time. He doesn't speak English, but we understand each other. At night, he's like, meow, meow. He walks around. Do you hear him at night?
Yes.
He walks around the house as soon as it gets dark and everyone goes to bed, he walks around the house and slinks. And when we first got him, we lived in John and I's old house, and I thought he was sick. I thought he was dying. He would like walk around and go, and I would follow him around, and I'd be like, he's looking. He's
he
like,
knows we're talking
he is
about
looking
him.
at us like, oh, bitch, are you talking about me? But yeah, I'm talking about you. Oh, Jesus. If we have an emergency, we're going to have an emergency. Okay. But Larry, he literally doesn't do that meow when we're like out in front of him or anything. But as soon as it gets dark, he walks around the whole apartment now and is like, hello, hello. And it sounds like he's saying hello, but he sounds like a sick, dying cat.
He does.
You know the stereotypical sounds they are like cats on a fence, and that's what he sounds like. Yeah. Like, oh, I'm dying.
I also think the funniest thing you've ever said about Larry, and it was also the most accurate thing you've ever said about Larry, is that you've never met a cat who meows differently every time.
No, I never have.
Every meow is different. The sound of every meow.
Yeah. The thing you have to know about
it's like a snowflake.
The thing you have to know about my Larry. Well, first of all, I have two Larrys. One of my Larrys is my grandfather. My other Larry is my cat. No, he didn't come named that. I named him after my grandfather. I just thought it was nice.
Obviously.
Well, what do you mean, obviously?
Obviously, you named your cat after you named your grandfather.
No, I mean
your cat is named after your grandfather.
No, I meant like I didn't name him like after my like a past grandfather. Like my grandpa's still alive and he's well aware that I named my cat after him. That's what's weird. He doesn't like it. Well, he does, but he doesn't. But yeah, Larry meows different every time. Like at night when he is demanding treats from his humans that he lives with, his first meow when he sees you is this is riveting. And then you'll get closer and you'll be like, do you want to talk? You have to talk to me. And he'll go. And then sometimes if he's asleep and you like kind of sneak up on him a little bit, he'll look right up at you, open his eyes and go. And that means you scared him. But look at him. He just looked at me like, what in the fuck are you?
I hear you talking about me.
It was nothing, honey. I swear.
Shall I divest what you do in your own time when you're in the house by yourself?
He wouldn't know. I never know. I never see him. He's always just out and about. And he used to go out. His candle's out. We watched Rent today.
Yesterday.
Or no, we didn't. Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Sure?
Yeah.
They
I work
say
today.
that I have the best ass below 14th Street. Is it true?
No.
You're staring again.
Oh, no. I think you do.
Have copyright strike. We can't do it anymore. You look familiar.
Like your dead girlfriend. Only when you smile.
Do you go to the Catchers Club? That's where I dance. Okay, so I'm going to sip this.
They used to tie you up.
So it's a living.
Did
I
didn't recognize you without the handcuffs.
I didn't figure. You could light my candle.
We could light this candle.
Oh, yeah, whatever. I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, we're just kind of floored. We didn't mean to take up this whole time talking about just one cocktail, but it's really good, and I'm really surprised I like it because I even said, full disclosure now, because I liked it. But I was like, let's just have me drink it during the pre-show because I don't want to be rude if I don't like it. And what did I do? I signed up for a second.
That's round 2.
I went back to the buffet.
No, but Mujan, thank you so much. It's amazing. It's great.
So Scott, since we've all checked in, how's your week been? I know it's been like you start your weeks on like a Sunday, but to me, I now my week is podcast recording is just
Day
beginning
1.
of the week.
Okay.
That's just how I roll because I have nothing else rigid in my life. So that it's kind of putting me on like at least a little bit of a regimen. So, how's your week been? How would you grade it? How would you grade it, or like how would you describe your week?
I would describe it very much.
Take into account that I'll give you a little nudge. We did restart our little big time workout routine. So,
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm very proud of my week. So like,
I mean, I'm giving you I would rate me. I'm grading me if I were a teacher and someone wrote out my week, put it on my desk. I'd give it a nice little C, and I'm fine with that. C's get degrees,
they do get degrees.
and that's probably how I felt because I only pussied out on one workout, and that was just because I couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
And by workout, you guys, I mean we are sprinting, we are running, we are lifting thousands of pounds. We are putting eggs with attached to like 50-pound weights up our sphincters and just kegling them.
Yeah.
We're doing it all. Actually, we're doing like 15 minutes of Pilates and 15 minutes on the treadmill, but
We are starting small.
yes.
We are not overwhelming ourselves.
We are growers,
Yes.
not showers.
We are taking small steps to make bigger, to have that, which will lead to a bigger impact in our day-to-day life.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm going to ever do
the
a lot
improvement.
more.
No, I don't like,
see myself ever becoming like anything over an hour.
Oh no.
Even over 30 minutes, you've lost me.
Even I could shrink down and have my body look like it's carved from stone, and like even in perfect body, whatever that may be.
Well, I don't think you'd get that unless you.
I still don't want to sweat.
Well, I don't think you.
I hate to sweat more than anything in the whole wide world.
Well, you sweat.
I sweat
everything.
so easily.
So does my mom. My mom's so weird.
I'm
God,
a sweaty beast.
I pile on certain dry.
So do I.
In my pits. I went down the natural deodorant route. I tried
for the environment, but I
tried for not getting Alzheimer's. I was kind of more selfishly trying to prevent myself from getting Alzheimer's from all the aluminum, but you know what?
I can't be damp. I cannot be sweaty, and I can't stink.
I can't have pit stains. Pit stains make me feel so uncomfortable.
Oh,
and
it's humiliating.
Yeah. And like I will see, do you ever watch, like I watch, just as an example, it's not like specific to the Housewives, but like on the Housewives a couple weeks ago, there was a waiter that was there that the poor thing had to be on camera and just pit stains. Like, and I'm just like, I can't be that person. I felt terrible for them. Because I even looked at John and I was like, that person, if I were that person, even if I just had like a tank top on under there, I would go to the bathroom. I would be putting paper towels in my pits. I'd be under
I'd have toilet paper maxi pads rolled up in my armpit.
I'd be like under the air dryer in the bathroom.
I've been there several times.
But I've
been there in the middle of a date having to go back in and just like spread my
cheeks.
Yeah. And then I'd excuse myself to the bathroom. No, I've had to like go in there and like maneuver my shirt so that the hand dryer would blow directly into my armpit. And
one time when I managed the Sunglass Hut, I got so hot because in the Macy's in the mall, just they didn't care what day it was. It was 80 degrees. You cold? Oh. Here it's 80 degrees. You're hot? Oh, here. Cool down in this 80 degrees. And I had so many paper towels in my armpits one time that I was helping a customer and I like reached up to grab a sunglass
and it fell
and
out.
All of my paper towels from the upstairs bathroom that were the brown ones that like keep going. I had a ton. It just like started hanging out. And she's like, "Oh, sweetie, you have a little." And I go, and she like went to grab it and just pulled.
It was like circus act, like pulling out.
And I was like, it was sweating. She didn't buy anything.
Bitch.
Yeah. Oh, what happened to my Apple Watch? Why is it like that? Oh, no. Oh. Did you do it? What the hell?
There we go.
No. Okay.
Oh, you have it zoomed in because you're an old man and you can't see
anything. So what was the rose and thorn of your week?
Well, see, you were saying how this is like the beginning of your week. I see this as like the end of my week. I save the best for last.
Oh, thank you. But what?
So my favorite part of the week, which I mean, we might as well just get into it.
No, we'll talk about it after the break and after this cocktail.
Oh, yeah,
I need another cocktail to talk about.
My favorite part of the week is what we'll be talking about in our
insanity.
next segment.
Ugh.
It was a great moment for me. It was, I will just say, there was no malicious intent behind it. I thought I was just doing you a solid.
No,
I was just being a friend. Thank you for being a friend.
Deep tease. I was poisoned.
Yeah.
I was poisoned, and it was rude.
Okay, well then here's this.
Okay,
we'll call this
about the money.
We'll call this the thorn of, or the
do the rose and the thorn.
The rose.
What was the
so
best
this is
part
the end of my week.
If for those who don't know, rose and thorn of a week means what was like the good part and what was the bad part. That would be the thorn. So what was your rose?
Well, the rose came today.
Oh yes, I do want to speak on that.
Yes,
we need to talk about that because
the rose came today.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But
we have to wait for that too.
Yeah, we're just. I gotta get a little bit into this cocktail before I get the deets. But we also need to hear your thorn.
My thorn is probably just work, like just working,
just having to do it,
just the mundane,
just
the
having
going,
to do it,
the going,
the
doing,
and the coming, and the doing, and the moving,
and the giving, and the receiving,
and the receiving, and the giving, and the taking,
and the
helping, and the do you need this,
the assisting,
and the hand holding,
and the hand holding,
and the ball,
and the managing,
and the ball. What is it called when you
the cupping
of the balls?
Yes, just the suckle of the teat,
and the ass kissing you have to do to people you don't like.
Yeah,
that's exhausting.
Like, don't get me wrong, I like my job. It's just like there's even the perfect job has parts of the job that suck, right?
I've lost every one I've had.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, that's another day. Jobs. We'll do a whole thing on jobs. I could fill 4 hours on jobs. Jobs I've had.
Yeah. Jobs you've been fired from.
Yeah.
All of them.
All of them. I think that just shows that I'm just a genius and people just don't get me.
Oh, no. Okay. Here's a good rose and thorn. The thorn, we had after the snow day, went to work the next morning. Flat tire when I got there.
Oh, yes.
I was at work. I drove to work just fine. Pulled in, no problems. Got into work, was working on the floor. We were shorthanded. One of my coworkers came up to me. He's like, "Hey, that's your car out in the parking lot, right? This one, blah, blah, blah." It's like, yeah. He goes, "I hate to be the bearer of bad news. She got a flat tire."
That Ford Pinto out there.
Yeah.
With the license plate, suck me dry.
Yeah, that
Is that yours?
With the rainbow flag on the back of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the glory hole in the trunk?
Yeah. That one, I reckon.
That one, I reckon, is yours. That's Scott's.
But... and this is the funny part too. Like, this is how you know you're in the city, and you're like, you can't cut those roots that you have from the South, the home, the country.
If we consider where we come from, the South, I don't.
Everyone's like, "Oh my God, you have at work. You have a flat tire. Did you call AAA? I have AAA. You have a flat tire. Did you call AAA?"
Oh no!
And I finally
your tire's
was
all
like,
flat and junk. Did I do that?
I know how to change a tire. Like, my dad taught me. If there's one thing Wally taught me, it was how to change a fucking tire.
Are you digging at me because I got stranded on the side of the road not 3 months ago with a flat tire and had no idea what to do or how I was doing it and had to call the police?
No one would expect you to know how to change a tire.
You would expect me to?
I would know. Never.
Oh. Even when I was, my dad drove 2 hours to college to change my tire.
Well, we were in high school when I flattened my tire in the, and I think it was the Toyota Avalon. I don't know. We flattened a tire.
In the Avalon, we had our first
that was when
wreck. We hit ice.
Yes.
And we never told you.
No, but I got a flat tire on Grand Central back home, and you were in the car with me, maybe? My dad had to come and, like, change my tire, and he was like, "You're learning how to change a tire."
I don't think I was with you.
You probably sat in the front seat the whole time and didn't do anything.
One time, I do remember barfing in the back of that Toyota
I remember
Avalon.
you barfing in that back of that Avalon, too.
Were we of legal age?
Yeah, because we were driving my car, but we called my dad to come pick us up in it because we were out to be able. We were old enough to be out to drink.
Right, and
I was house sitting at my uncle's.
I barfed in the back seat.
In my cup holder,
but I did attempt
inside the door jamb and all over the.
But I rolled the window down.
You did roll the window down. You just didn't get the vomit outside the window.
I just didn't get my head out the hole.
Speaking of vomit,
well, we'll get there. Sweetie. We'll get there, sweetie. I was poisoned, but I need to give my rose and thorn.
Okay. Oh, but the thorn was that I got a flat tire. The rose was I got it pumped up enough to go over across the street to the tire place. He patched it. Didn't charge me a dime. I was in and out in 20 minutes.
Well, it was really nice of you to suck him off for that, though.
I would have.
You know what? Me too. Because sometimes car things, I'm just
He
like,
was
who do I
cute.
have to fuck?
He was cute.
Who do I have to fuck?
He
Who
was
do I
very
get to fuck?
cute.
Who do I get to fuck? It's
Who wants it?
It's French for pussy. That's a Samantha Jones joke.
French for bussy.
That's Portuguese for pussy, I think is what she says. Buchette. I don't know. If anyone speaks Portuguese out there, let me know how to say pussy because I forget. But, okay, so that was your Roseanne Thorne all in one.
What was your Roseanne Thorne? Roseanne
Mm,
Thorne. Please welcome to the stage, Miss Roseanne Thorne.
Probably Bella Thorne. And
I'm dying.
Bella Thorne was my thorn. And my rose would be
Rose Byrne.
Rose Duipticator.
Who's that?
From Titanic.
Oh, nope.
Rose.
And I no.
Kate Winslet, Rose Duipticator.
Her last name was Dewipticator?
Yeah. Because when she was on the back of the ship, he was like, I'm going to have to get you to write that one down for me. Remember
Nope.
that line in that script that I have memorized?
Yeah, but
I love that movie so much.
it's
It's my top
long.
favorite movie, followed by Selena, followed by Spice World. Those are my top 3 movies. Ebert and Robert. But it's Siskel and Ebert.
Yeah.
Where did we get Robert? Oh, didn't one of them die and then Robert took its place?
I don't know.
I don't either. I might even be thinking of the people who wrestled tigers in Vegas and got eaten up.
That's Ringling Brothers.
No, dear. I'm
Oh,
talking about
that's
Siegfried,
Siegfried
and
and
Roy.
Roy.
Those big old cock destroyers. Siegfried and Roy. Weren't they fairy boys that got eaten by a tiger?
One of them got bit by a tiger. Or did they get eaten? Like,
Well, I
did
mean,
one of them die from the tiger?
yeah, I think the tiger
Which
killed.
one? Siegfried or Roy?
I don't
Or
know.
is Siegfried the tiger?
I think Siegfried was in Roy, and Roy got eaten. So Siegfried pulled out and ran away.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't even know if they were life partners. I just know that they had a show, and one got mauled by a tiger, and one got killed. I don't know. We'll have to do a fact check during the break.
For 2 gay men, they love to play with some pussy.
Yeah, they really tame that pussy. But coming up, we'll talk about how I got poisoned and how I don't have true friends. And I'm going to finish this cocktail and perhaps have
And we're going to
another.
catch up on my dating life.
Oh, God, yeah. I really have no idea what we're going to talk about with that because I was just shortly before
I just had
air.
sprung it
Shortly
upon
before
you.
air, I was sprung it upon. Or it was sprung upon me. I don't know. I'll talk to you later. See you after this break. Okay, goodbye. We love you. Be right
Toodaloo.
back. You are a fucking fart in a windstorm. Bull in China shop. Well, that was elegant, but it is time for our little catered. Who's catering our program today?
Our craft services table?
Yes, who do we have sponsoring our craft service table today?
Well, when someone went crazy with the Instacart order.
It gets me every time when it's like you have 30 more. If you spend $30 more, you save $5, and I'm like, that's a deal.
I know you. Are a
I'm getting
sucker.
me some pecan sandies.
Bobby's an advertiser he's an advertiser stream.
But I'm also an advertiser. So
Yes.
I see it. I know I see what I fall for when I fall for it. I'm not ignorant to the fact that I am an advertiser's dream.
Well, good.
But it's what makes me a good salesperson as well.
Pay $3.95 for shipping, or spend another $39 and get free shipping.
That's a good deal.
That's a fucking terrible deal.
No, that's a good deal. Because then you get more stuff for free.
You
You get more stuff and they send it to you for
You're
free.
spending though
But you're getting
$35 more dollars.
But you're getting more stuff that you probably wanted anyway. So it's like, cool, if I get it now instead of waiting, then I'm just gonna, you know what? You don't understand.
I get it.
Because you don't know anything.
Well, here's what I do know. That me and you both share love of this cookie, and it makes it look like we are
roughly 80.
80-year-old women.
Roughly 80. Yes.
We love a pecan sandy.
Just call me Sandy.
Just call us Sandy.
Sandy.
That
was my John Travolta.
They have
Sandy.
The pecan sandy is the OG, the original.
Well, actually, no, that's not true. That's not true.
What?
That's not true. The Sandy is the original.
Oh.
A sandy shortbread with nothing, like a trefoil, if you will.
Yes.
Excuse me. Public service announcement. Actually, not a public service announcement. This is a fuck you to all the Girl Scouts out there.
Uh-oh.
Why are your boxes of fucking cookies so good, but $5? And I used to be okay with that.
They're $6 now.
Well, I used to be fine with it, but now you get 12 fucking Samoas,
which is garbage anyway. Samoas are the worst.
Well, regardless,
Girl
the
Scout
portions
cookie.
of all of them have been drastically reduced.
Inflation has hit the Girl Scouts because now it is $6 a box this year. Thank you, COVID. Also, the portions, not just on Samoas, a do-si-do, a tag-along, the trefoil,
they've all
even the
become
rolls
like,
of trefoils and the Thin Mints. Like, they used to be such long, big rolls.
Yeah. I love a trefoil.
I love a trefoil. Trefoil's my favorite.
I like Samoas, and I really like the new toffee ones that they added. Those were good. I like the lemon ones. I like all of them except for
my top 3: trefoils, Thin Mint, tag-along.
Tag-along, it's like the goopy center kind of.
It's the Ritz cracker covered in peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah, I put my big tooth on top of it, and I scream it out.
Yeah, I follow.
I scream it out, and then I eat around it, and then I the rest of it. Yeah.
I freeze them.
Ooh, I love a frozen Samoa. Is that appropriate to say?
Yeah.
Aren't Samoans like people in
a
Alaska?
Samoan? You don't want a frozen Samoan.
No, I don't want to freeze a Samoan. I love you, Samoans.
Not to be confused with the two.
Samoan.
But here we have Sandy shortbread pecan.
That's a pecan sandy. It's
pecan sandy.
It isn't the OG, but it is what all the old people eat. The pecan version of the sandy, which I'm showing you if you're on our little Patreon.
This episode is not brought to you by Keebler, by the way.
No, but Keebler, if you're in your little elf house.
But we also have the cashew variety today.
Yes.
Now, I love a cashew.
I like a cashew. Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Cashew.
But you know me, I love an original. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, see, I'm going to have to tell you to go in with an open mind then, because this isn't the OG.
I am.
The OG is the shortbread.
You're right. And who doesn't love a shortbread cookie?
Everybody loves them.
Okay.
If you don't, then you're weird.
So we want to go with pecan first, or do we want to go with cashew first?
Well, the tried and true is the pecan. So I'm going to go with pecan. And I always call them a pecan sandy, but I call it a pecan pie.
Okay.
Don't you? Do you call it a pecan pie? You don't.
Honestly,
do you?
I don't remember.
I'm turning
because
if you say pecan pie, I'm turning all this
I know.
off.
I started saying the opposite one because I was self-conscious about the original way that I said it. But I'm like you now. Like, I know.
Well, we live with someone who can't pronounce anything. So.
Yeah. So.
And this someone has already broken into the cashew sandies.
Oh, yeah. The cashew sandies are missing an entire row.
Thanks, Obama. Ojana.
I will say, upon first view.
Yes, we're looking at them now. We're studying them.
Studying with the Bareback Contessa.
Are you ready?
In the kitchen with the Bareback Contessa.
Yes.
Ooh, we should have you cook sometime. Or make like a dessert for me.
Dessert?
For us.
Yes.
For me.
And
if you guys want, just in case anybody out there in the Patreon world or any of the listening world, Scott makes bomb ass cookies and bomb ass cakes. So like if you ever want him to do a recipe just exclusively for Patreon,
A Scotta pea.
maybe I could, if you want Scott's pea,
Ew.
you can request something. He may. I'll
But
tell
that's
you
on
what,
a different website.
I'll tell you. Yeah. That's on his OnlyFans.
Yeah. Only
Where his one fan
The
subscribes.
singular one.
Yeah, and it's him.
It's me.
But let's name your top 3 things that I think that they would like. Your red velvet cake is infamous.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Very, very good red velvet cake. I would say your second best known for your cookies that
My
are
chocolate chip cookies.
I was gonna say your snickerdoodles.
I haven't made a snickerdoodle.
You have made a snickerdoodle, and I've put it in my mouth, and I've eaten your doodle. I've had your doodle in my mouth. I
Yeah.
know it. You made them, and they were thick, and they were soft. But I
did.
still
I did.
managed to fit it in.
Yeah, no. I do love it.
But I just mean your new fluffy cookie recipe. That's like a cakey cookie. Why are you acting like you have no idea? You make them. You're sitting here just like,
which cookie. Oh, those. Okay, that's not a real recipe. That's something like it's a cake mix. It's a cookie made from a box cake mix.
but that's something that people probably don't know they can do. I didn't know
Oh.
you could do that.
My sister made them for when I was home for Christmas. It was like somebody gave it to her. They got me together.
They're so good.
They were so fucking good. And then, which ones did you like better that I made? The chocolate ones or the strawberry ones?
Oh, well,
The chocolate
you
ones.
didn't make chocolate ones.
The chocolate was the first one I made.
That would be harsher punishment for parole violators, Stan.
I think I'm gonna have to go with strawberry.
Because they were pink.
And they were pink and they were pretty.
But no, they're like little clouds of cake.
They are. You can eat all of them and feel like you've had none of them.
But let's be real.
But
the dough.
Don't they have like a pound of like
The
a
dough.
million pounds of butter in them? Yeah, the dough is good.
The dough is where it's at.
It's very good. Yes.
So back to cookies and our comparison side by side of the
Well, no, I'm
Sandies.
naming your top 3 things.
Oh, my red velvet cake. My
Red velvet cake
cookies.
is number 1. Your cookies are number 2. Just any of your cookies. My goodies, my goodies, my goodies, my goodies. What is the? You bake something else. Not your lava cakes. Not your best work.
Oh my god, those were fucking terrible.
Those were so bad.
Those were so bad. That was an epic fail.
Those were disgusting. Ugh. I tried to be nice, and
It
actually,
was
you
so
know,
gross.
I ate 2.
I did
because
not.
well, I did because once they cooled down, I thought maybe they've set. Maybe they
were so bad.
didn't. What happened there?
Marijuana
Oh.
overdose.
Didn't know that could happen.
No.
Anyways, what's your third thing that you like if someone was like, you bake me 3 things of your best thing right now, it would be your red velvet cake.
It would be
cookie,
my chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah,
it
your
would be my red velvet cake.
Nestle Toulouse.
Nestle Toulouse. And
Welcome to the stage, Nestle Toulouse.
Ooh, I don't know.
You made some. Oh, I like your bread pudding.
That bread pudding was fire.
Yeah, and we tricked John.
John said he didn't
John
like
was
bread
like,
pudding.
I don't like bread pudding.
But
Or
homegirl
no, he
eats
was
a
like-
French toast like it's
he
going
was
out of
more.
style.
He was more. I don't like bread pudding.
I don't like pudding. I don't like pudding.
We didn't have it in Kentucky.
So I told him it was a French toast bake.
Yeah, a French toast
And
casserole.
he was like, oh my god, it's so good. I'm like, oh, good, because it's fucking bread pudding, you dipshit.
And he was like, ew.
And he did not eat another bite.
No, he didn't. This man, I married the most talented eater. He doesn't like anything that's, red or green or comes from the ground. He can pick out, it can be the tiniest tiny little onions. And he'll eat, his plate will be clean, his bowl will be clean, but there will be a little neat pile of like every little thing he doesn't eat. That like if he would have just fucking eaten it, he wouldn't have even tasted it.
The celery chunks and the chicken noodle soup that I made that were mush.
Oh
you
yeah.
know, like they taste like
and he's
nothing.
always like,
It's a texture
He
thing. It's
picks at every-
texture.
There's no texture to them.
It's
He's
me.
such-
It's me, Miley Cyrus.
No, it's texture. Okay, so those would be your 3 things. Would you submit your bread pudding to your top 3s, or
I
is
don't
there
know.
something
I would
else?
have to review my recipe book.
Well, that's really cute, though. He does have a recipe book, and he's not kidding. And it's handwritten.
In my 5-star first gear notebook.
Yeah.
It's
But
so
maybe your next recipe you can write down with a Pilot Acroball pen.
Oh, okay. I do love the Acroball.
I do too. I posted about it today. So you think of what your third thing is, and we'll see if anybody wants you to make it. They probably don't. But in the meantime, I think we should eat because I'm hungry.
Okay, so the pecan sandies look like
They look a little more toasted.
they're a
to
little
me.
bit more golden.
They look a little more baked.
Yes.
A little bit more baked.
All right.
So we're going
we go.
pecan first.
We're going. You decided pecan.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. I know I'm gonna love this.
Me too. I already tasted it.
Mm.
Can you hear me too?
No, I'm not gonna really only hear myself chew.
Well, stop chewing and listen. Hold on. Let me get another bite.
Okay, hold on.
Swallow it.
I'm swallowing.
Don't spit it. Spitters are quitters. Okay.
Go.
Okay, hold on. It's so good.
There you go. You want to hear mine?
Yeah, hold on. You want to see me pee? Oh. I just put my ear to my microphone and it hit her. Okay, I'm listening. Hold on. Oh. It's not crispy enough.
Oh.
You're too wet.
All right, here comes the last bite. This is just fabulous, by the way.
This is yeah, they are so good.
All right.
I want a cop. Oh yeah. That's some ASMR. Yeah. These are just good.
Buttery,
Makes
delicious.
me want a cup of coffee and a copper proper
Cup
coffee.
of proper coffee and a copper proper cup.
You fucked it up.
I sure did.
A cup of proper coffee and a copper proper coffee cup.
Proper cup of coffee and a proper copper coffee cup.
A cup of proper coffee in a proper coffee cup. I got there almost. It's like you're about to come, but you don't.
That sounds like a personal problem.
I'm pressing something.
My phone.
Oh. Wait, hold on. A cup of proper coffee
Nope.
in a what? A cup of proper
A
coffee?
proper cup of coffee.
Oh, I think
A proper cup of coffee.
a proper cup of coffee
And a proper copper coffee cup.
in a proper copper coffee cup. A cup of proper coffee in a proper copper coffee cube. I can't do it.
All right, well, here, I'm going to go in for this.
Oh, wait.
The cashew.
Okay, you go ahead. I want your first impressions because, full disclosure, that roll didn't disappear completely on him.
Okay. I want who I find.
You bitch.
But only because John opened them, not me.
Same. This is his fault. He ruined this whole thing.
Okay. I'm taking the shoe.
But I was really high, so I don't really remember what they tasted like.
To me, it tasted like a pecan sandy.
Oh, you thought he opened the pecans? Okay, hold on. This is the cashew sandy, which doesn't roll off the tongue.
Mm-mm.
You know? Pecan sandy sounds like,
I'm
Helga
more-
Pataki's aunt.
I'm looking at a pecan right in your teeth right now.
Oh, nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, farts. Hold on. Which tooth?
My
one?
That one.
Oh, shit. What y'all doing?
Screwing.
Okay, what are your thoughts on the cashews?
I'm perfectly fine with the cashew.
It really does give it a totally different flavor.
It's more nutty.
It's a bit nutty.
It's a bit nutty.
It's a bit nutty. It is a cashew, though.
I feel like there are more cashews in the cashew sandies than there are pecans in the pecan sandies.
I thought you were going to say there are more cashews in the cashew sandies than in the pecan sandies. And I was like, well, yeah, probably. That makes sense. It's good marketing.
I'm not stupid.
Mama always said life was like a
But I
pecan
will say I
sandy.
was been looking forward to this little segment for far too long.
Okay. I should have probably checked these for something hidden inside them before I ate them, since you handed them to me.
They taste great with my Muujin, too. My Muujin old fashioned.
Yeah, it would taste really good though with a proper coffee in a
Yeah.
cocker coffee cup. I think these are definitely. If these make them through the night, I'm gonna have some with coffee in the morning.
Yeah. I think I'm going in for another.
Oh, another cashew sandy.
Another
We are
cashew.
going in for another cashew sandy. Bless you, Sandy. And we've dripped it all down our front, our neck, our back, our pussy, and our crack, just full of pecan sandy or cashew sandy.
Cashew.
So I probably, Scott, should have checked this for poison, since you are now. Apparently, I'm not just. I'm always for of fear for my life in my own house because they all try and scare me all the time, and now they're out to poison me. Yesterday, I come out of the shower. Scott's naked. No, I'm just kidding. I got out of the shower.
Can I give the
prelogue?
Yes.
The epilogue? No, the epilogue's
the
the
prologue.
End. The prologue. The prolapse. Give me a prolapse.
We stopped by.
Who's we?
Juan and I went. John, Bobby's husband.
Juan, my Mexican lover.
We ran some errands yesterday. Picked up some groceries, went to dinner. We just happened to stop at the dispensary while we were out.
You went to dinner?
We picked up groceries and made dinner.
Oh, I was gonna say you went to dinner.
So I bought a new product that I'd never used before.
You mean you were prescribed a new product because you medically
I did.
needed it?
Yes. It was a form of edible marijuana.
The only form of edible that you can get
At
here,
the dispensaries
locally.
here.
For now. I don't
now.
know if that will change. Because if they can sell this stuff.
It's called RSO. And so I was told about it by a person at work that it comes in a syringe. And it's just a concentrated wax of THC. And you just squeeze like a grain of rice worth like on a piece of like gummy candy of some kind. And then you eat it like that. So I bought these like gummy straws. And
They were more ribbons.
it was like a gummy ribbon, a rainbow ribbon, if you will. I bought them at Target.
And first of all, this is already not fair because I am a sucker for fruit candies and anything sour and any type of rope or straw
It was
or
like
Airhead.
a flattened Sour Punch straw. Would you not agree?
They were just like Airhead sour straw, like sour rolls.
It's like the sour sugary stuff.
Think of a fruit roll up or a fruit by the foot,
Yes.
but with Sour
I almost
Patch
bought those to
with
go
Sour
with that.
Patch nuggets on, like Sour Patch sprinkles.
Sugar.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
really
that-
was thinking like a fruit by the foot would be perfect with that too.
Do they sell fruit by the foot anymore?
I don't know. Or even a fruit roll up.
And was it ever really a foot? That's what we're gonna.
It
That'll
was
be
more
our
than a foot.
That'll be our snack for the next, if we can find them.
Oh, you know what else we could do?
What?
Gushers.
I'm married to one.
What does that even mean?
He gushes
Like when he busts?
like Niagara Falls of cum.
Buckets.
Buckets. Just,
Gross.
Just loads of buckets of cum. Buckets.
Could he like repaint the wall?
Oh, he sticks me to the wall.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna shit on these walls, right? But anyways, I digress.
I digest.
I digest.
So anyway, we pick up this it's called RSO. I put it on this.
What does that stand for?
I don't know. But
A really shitty.
Bobby was in the
symbol.
shower when we came home. So John and I like took our dose and it like called for like a grains of rice worth of wax to put on the thing.
That couldn't be what it said because that hole had a big opening. You can't make a grain size, like you can't make a
Yes, you can.
rice size thing of that.
Well, I put about 3 or 4 grains of rice worth on dose number 1.
Of yours.
And I had rolled it up all nicely. So it just looked like a little piece of like just rolled up gummy candy. And I knew that he would take it with no questions asked. And he came out of the shower and I'm like, I have a treat for you.
It's a good thing a man in a van when I was little never came up
I
and
know.
was like, here, you want some Sour Patch Kids? Because I'd be like, yeah, bitch, I'm coming in your van. He'd be like, yeah, you are.
In more ways than one.
Right?
But
And then he sucked my boobs.
But so I did a little squeeze. I rolled it up. Bobby came out. I gave it to him. I put it. He puts it in his mouth. He goes, is this like a?
I asked if it was a
I was
sour
like,
airhead.
Is this an airhead? Is this like a sour airhead? And he's like chewing and like, Is there marijuana in this?
I didn't taste it
Yes,
until
there is.
and these people don't understand that just because they both have the day off does not mean on a Monday I have the day off. I had literally 3 semi important things to do, which I didn't get done, but I had planned to work. Like it was 4. I was gonna go into my room. I was gonna record some stuff. I was gonna bank some content. I was a busy girl. And I was a very busy woman, and I hadn't got all day. But then I was poisoned.
I dragged him.
I was poisoned.
He goes, I have to work. Thank you, but I have to work.
And you can take it. You probably, it got me not, actually, I will say, euphoria for a little while.
No, for real. I cracked your back.
I was so relaxed.
And you spontaneously exploded.
I did. And we were laughing and having so much fun.
And you felt like a whole new woman.
Yeah, but it like had the opposite effect on John. Like John left us mid-dinner.
Went to go play his
video games.
Because he's such a loser.
He's a gamer. And
I hate that term.
what, gamer?
Gamer.
Oh, like
I hate when the gays describe them as gamers. Like, you're just a gay guy that plays video games.
You're a
which
nerd.
Makes you a loser.
You're a loser. You're a nerd and a loser. Go play Assassin's Creed.
I know. Or like Grand Theft Auto.
I like that because I like to beat the prostitutes.
If it's not a Super Nintendo or a Sega Genesis, I want nothing to do with it.
Ooh, I liked an N64 Mario.
Oh, I did love it. I love a Donkey Kong Racing.
I love a hung donkey.
I bet you do.
I married one.
I know you do.
Honk. Honk.
Oh, I'm such
it's come undone. But John got really mellow and like went away. Scott and I were like running around, like just being crazy. And then,
well, yours kicked in right when you wanted to have like a serious talk.
Oh yeah, I had planned
about the podcast.
Yeah, I just had a seriously quick 5 to 10 minute like thing I wanted to show him. Just,
hey, for tomorrow's show, we're gonna blah 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 blah.
Yeah, we're gonna do this, that, or whatever.
It turned into a 2.5 hour conversation.
Oh my God.
Where Bobby just got so lost in telling a story where I was busted out laughing in the middle, and I felt bad because like I know he was trying so hard to tell me and he was taking it seriously, and I was taking him seriously, but I was thinking to myself the whole time.
It was so embarrassing.
I
felt the embarrassment as my words were leaving my body. I felt embarrassed.
Which I still don't get because it's just me. But like words were
just like embarrassed that I couldn't gather I felt like a crazy person. I felt like a lunatic.
And I gotta say, in your life, you've been medicated.
Yeah.
You know your way around a prescription pad.
Yeah. I've been prescribed a few things.
Yes. So you have a very high tolerance.
Yeah.
And you hit a limit.
But not for edible type stuff like that.
No, I've never seen you hit a limit. You hit a limit. What except for drinking. But that's different.
That doesn't count. But I was fine actually. Like for the majority of the time we had fun. But then it was still funny while I was trying to give.
That's what I felt bad because I was laughing because I was thinking to myself, literally only myself. I am the only one qualified to follow this train of thought.
Yeah. He was like,
and even I got lost a few times.
Yeah.
But I was able to make myself back.
He was getting the entire inner monologue and the entire outer monologue all at once.
And
I don't even remember
I
what
was
I was
also on the moon as well.
Yeah. But that was on my list, not in my planner. We know I don't use it, but it was in my notes on my phone to just run through what I had like planned. Because, I mean, a little bit of planning goes into this. I don't know if you know that, but I do try. And I just had a little thing in my notes. It was like, talk to Scott, tell him about this, that, or whatever. And it was supposed to be really simple. And as soon as I said, hey, can you come here? I just need to talk to you real quick. about tomorrow before like something kicks in or I'm like unable. And he sat down and he looked at me and I looked at my phone for a little bit and then it died and went black. And so I couldn't remember exactly what my notes said.
But you kind of glazed over at the same time.
But I kind of remembered. So I tried to just like on the fly explain it. Literally, you guys, I tried to explain to him that we're going to do one segment, take a break, do another segment, take a break, do another segment, and end it. That was what I was trying to tell him. And it took me 2 hours.
Entirely too long.
Yeah. It was, I don't even know what that stuff is. I think you did not dose me appropriately. Actually, I think you did, but I think I think I should have avoided the second dose.
Then later, I had gotten up to do some laundry. And Bobby, like,
only you would do laundry high. You're weird.
Bobby makes his way into the kitchen and he has to like walk right behind me, and I see him like beep-boop and boppling and just doing his thing.
I just came into the kitchen.
He
I want to
put it.
Wait,
no
I need
problem.
to put on the record that I walked in there simply to fill my water bottle. Or my water, whatever I was drinking out of.
And the next thing you know, I hear, and I'm like, that sounds like barfing. So I turn around,
that sounds like
and there's Bobby barfing into our kitchen sink. Mind you, on the side that does not have the garbage disposal.
Which I thought was the side that had the garbage disposal, and I went out of my way to empty that side. And I never touch wet dishes.
You sure don't.
But I was like, oh my God, I'm going to barf. And I moved it all out, and I was like, I think this is the side. It was not the side. And my assignment for the evening was to clean.
But I did jump to your aid.
Yeah, you know what? Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just want to say thank you. And I want to say to all the men out there who think I'm beautiful and want to be with me, I am in the middle of filing for divorce because all my husband did was scold me.
He did only shame. Why would you get up and run to the kitchen when the bathroom is so much closer? Why can you never vomit into a fucking toilet like a normal person?
I don't think he's ever once not shamed me for barfing. I could have the flu.
You barf more than any grown adult man I've ever met in my life,
I don't
though.
think so. That's the first time I've barfed all year. Well, it's
The
just
fact-
January, but I mean, like in a long time. I don't remember barfing in the past 365 days. Well, okay, it's reset because yesterday. But besides that, I don't feel like I have. I can't think of one time.
Did you ever throw up when we went out at all?
Not that
Recently,
I remember.
since we've been here?
I
Since we
don't
lived
know.
here?
I don't think so. No. I have not.
I just know you and bodily fluids just...
I suck them up like a hoover. I don't know what happened. Well, actually, I know what happened. It was not too much weed. I don't think too much weed can do that to you. It was just like when you're on an edible, it's such a different
It is a different zone. It's a body.
Which is why it took me so long to explain a 10-minute thing to you, is because I'm just like in your head you hear, I just feel like, and that's what I felt like I was saying.
So did I.
Well, I know, and I couldn't stop. I was telling myself, stop, but I couldn't stop. But then, like, we moved on. We finally got John back out in the living room, and we were watching stuff, and I just, like, started thinking about work, like my job. And
Panic attack.
I had a legit panic attack, which is something I always have to. That's why I always get nervous to do edible things, and people are like, oh, you should do shrooms. And I'm like, honey, I would need a straitjacket and I would need a full staff on call in case I tried to, like, I don't know. I can't, I mean, if I jumped out the window, wouldn't fall very far. We're like 12 inches from the ground, but
You really
still,
are.
I don't know what I'm unpredictable on those things. And I just had a panic attack, but I felt fine after I puked. I was fine because are you done?
I'm trying. Sorry.
Are you done? Okay. I was perfectly fine because as soon as we all went to bed, I polished off the rest of those mega stuffed Oreos.
How's that diet going? I will say today's our cheat day. technically.
That would be harsher punishment for parole violators, Stan.
Stan.
That's all. I would like to evoke my Fifth Amendment right to not comment about my diet because it is going nowhere fast. Actually, you know what? I don't care. I didn't eat that much today. Really?
And you moved your body this morning. We woke up at 6 a.m.
I moved my body. I danced with my poppy this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I have this little treadmill that's so cool. It like folds up like looks like a Motorola Razor.
It really does. It's the Motorola Razors of treadmills.
Yeah, and it's really cute. It's called a walking pad R1, I think, or something. You can get a cheaper one that's like an A1, but it only goes up to 4 speed, not 6. Not that I've ever really ventured past the 4, but if I ever become a runner, I want the option. I will say, is there an oral option?
Pace 4
is a good.
Kicks my ass.
It's a good mall walk.
It's more. It's a power walk. It's a Beverly Goldberg.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Walk.
Yeah, but it's definitely like.
I like a 3.5.
I like a 3.5. If I'm just gonna like casually walk while I'm watching the television, then yes, I like that.
When we watched Rent yesterday, and I walked for an hour on the treadmill,
I couldn't believe that you walked a whole hour.
I was proud of myself.
I was proud
over
of you.
3 miles.
I was proud of you, John. I get annoyed with how perfect he is.
I know.
He fits it in because he's doing what we're trying to do.
He eats like a fucking hippo.
Yeah.
He
Snuffleupagus.
He has the most perfect head of hair, the most perfect facial hair. He has not an ounce of fat on his body. He just treats his body like utter dog shit.
Yeah.
And
he sneaks in workouts when we're like, oh, guess what? We worked out today. And he's like, oh, I already did 2 or 3 miles on the treadmill. And I'm like, blow me.
He got home from work today at like 8.
I would have gone to bed.
Walked on the treadmill. The pizza came. He hopped off the treadmill.
After 36 minutes.
Ate the pizza directly after, just like stepped off the treadmill, walked into the kitchen.
I'd have needed a beat. I would have needed a beat,
but I would have.
I walked from the door to the kitchen
real quick.
I walked from the door to the kitchen and needed a beat. He can just, he can do it. I mean, I don't know. But you know what? There is something imperfect about him. He likes wrestling. So.
Oh, like big time wrestling.
Yeah, like.
Not like MMA.
No.
Wrestling,
like WWE.
Yes.
Yeah. So he has a flaw, and it's a big one. And I look past it.
It's disgusting.
So I look right past it. So.
And oh God, he gets so giddy when he talks about it.
Oh, I know. And you know what? Okay.
If
Alyssa
you watch
Edwards,
it like theater, it's really good, he says.
Oh, does he?
If you watch it like it's theater, it's really good. I'm like, I don't believe you.
Okay, so my phone wallpapers, my lock screen is Alyssa Edwards, and my background is Britney Spears. My husband has shirtless wrestlers.
Oh, yeah.
Shirtless straight men just strewn all through his phone. Just as his background and his lock screen. And I'm like, and our YouTube TV is, well, not just
like
our YouTube TV,
for you.
but our regular YouTube recommends now all these fucking wrestling things. It used to be like makeup and drag and like funny things. And now it's like, who's the new world elite wrestler? And I'm like, who gives a flying fuck?
Are you ready?
That would be your wrestling intro. That would be your wrestler. You would be the Bareback Contessa, and I'm here to kick everyone's ass. Raw dog. I'm here to raw dog it with the Bareback Contessa. Trucks, monster trucks. Yes, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And like you look into the crowd of the people that are watching this wrestling, and not a tooth to be had. Not a and I'm sure the place smells like a fucking hog.
Oh, you two sit on these 4 stools.
Yeah, there's just the most disgusting people.
It looks like
from
it
the
smells
depths
like
of
Axe
the earth.
body spray and desperation.
Junior high locker room vibes. And
speaking of wrestling, I have a date tomorrow night.
Oh, I know. I'm going to finish this cocktail, and when we come back, we're going to talk about it before we sign out. I hit the wrong button.
Did you?
I did.
I thought you did.
I did. I can't read from this far away, but we will be right back. And we're back. So, it looks like we have some love in the air, folks.
I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky.
Our very own.
Are you ready?
Bareback Contessa has found a little flingy match, and we're going to hear all about it. This is the first time I'm hearing about it, but I'm going to lay some groundwork for this because I haven't told you, but I'm kind of going to take credit for this.
You can.
As long as it stays good, then I'm out.
You can.
Okay, so we have hot water tank issues. Riveting.
The pipes needed.
Yeah, we needed pipes laid. You've got just call you Sandy because
I'm
you've
just-
got pecans all over you. Okay. All right, get it away from the equipment. So we had our hot water explode twice now?
More than that.
Yeah. And the on-call maintenance man works here, but he lives in the complex. That's part of the accoutrement, I guess. Is that the right word?
Mm-hmm.
Accoutrement. I don't know.
Amenities.
Amenities. What's accoutrement?
I-
Flaubert me no Flaubert. That's what my grandpa says. I don't know what that means. He's like, don't if you ask him if he pretends to be offensive, he's or offended, he's like, Flaubert me no Flaubert. I don't know what that means, but Flaubert me no Flaubert. And he came over, and Scott and John were in.
We went into your bedroom to
wrangle the animals.
Yes.
And I stayed out in the kitchen, which
As the point of contact.
Yeah, which was probably not a good idea. I get so weird when people are in my house. I'm like, hey, did you watch the Britney Spears documentary? But this guy, I was getting weird vibes. Not weird vibes, but he was cute. And part of me was like, he's being too nice to me to be straight.
He was beeping.
Yeah. My gaydar.
He was beeping.
I got a chub. And
there was movement.
Yeah. And I literally got my phone out while Scott was in the other room, and I took a picture of this guy, and I sent it into Scott. Scott. Is that your name?
Yeah, that's me. The Bareback Contessa.
Are you still Scott?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was right as soon as I found out he was gay, because he said something
about his boyfriend.
And I was like,
I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky.
you are gay. And I sent a picture of him, and I was like, Scott, get out here. Hot gay maintenance man. And Scott never texts me back. Scott would not return the phone call of the president of the United States if the president had to call him and North Korea was going to nuke us, and it all depended. The world would be saved if Scott would just respond to the text of the president. He would not respond.
Yep.
And within seconds, clamoring out, he traipses out, just casually, and I facilitate a conversation, and then
we learned that
Scott
he was...
Scott had been sexting with his roomie.
Yeah, I met his roomie on Tinder. Okay, and we had connected about the fact that we live in the same apartment complex.
Wow, that's a lot in common.
The roommate and I were going back and forth, yada, 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 but nothing ever came to fruition.
Dear, I hate to cut you off, but I'm just going to have to... May I have another pecan sandy, though?
Oh, you may, absolutely.
Thank you. You took them away a little prematurely.
The cashews are on top. Would that be okay? Would you prefer pecan?
I'm fine being the top.
Okay. No, so like I had been going back and forth with his roommate, and his roommate's a few years younger, like enough to be like almost too young.
So 12,
No,
because you're only 18.
correct. But
Mm.
nothing ever happened. It was just like a lot of like, hey, what's ups, and
Well,
like a lot of
and
like,
the maintenance guy was giving us some intel on him.
yeah. And come to find out,
Wait,
like,
did he recognize you? Was he, or did you?
no.
How did we figure out that that's who his roommate was then?
I asked him. I said, "Is your roommate happen to be named or bloody yada, by the way?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, we've been chatting."
Is your roommate Nurse Big Rack from Dr. Gunlow Loop Loop's office?
Based off the people that I had seen living in this apartment complex, there have been a lot of gays. So
no,
like,
I have not been.
and I had been on the grinder a lot by this point, and I had seen that there were still no gays in the vicinity via grinder.
Yeah.
So that's how I knew it had to have been him. But in reality,
The salt of this is so good.
yeah. But in reality, the actual maintenance man himself and not his roommate is hotter.
Oh.
And like,
Yeah, I mean, he was very cute, or I wouldn't have taken a picture.
cuter, very cute, very nice, very nice. Remember, like he stayed and like chatted with us for a while.
Yeah. And I even extended, like, if you ever want to have drinks or like,
You need a cup of sugar.
if you need a cup of sugar, come up and fuck me in the ass sometime.
Yes.
No, but I was like very friendly. Like, we don't have any other like gay friends here. Like,
And
if
I
you ever
see him
wanna-
out and about every now and again
when
too.
we used to go out.
Yes,
Your
your
candle's
candle's out.
I'm in I had it when I walked in the door.
It was pure.
Is it on
Anyway.
the floor?
But the maintenance man himself was definitely like, he was the catch of the two.
Yeah, and I was feeling some sparks.
And he's very attractive, but he's not very like normal, like the kind of guy I would go for. He's got that like blue collar thing about him that I'm just like, I want him to like,
Careful, he may listen one day.
I don't care. I want him to just like shove me up against the wall, like
Ugh,
break my neck and snap
that poor
me
wall.
in half and call my mother a
That
whore.
poor
Like,
wall. Poor wall.
yeah.
Just a dent.
Anyway,
Just call me Harvey Dent.
he has been like reaching. He found me on the Facebook.
Oh, so he's 50.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's just
So-
the only social media Scott has.
He DM'd me on Facebook, so naturally I didn't respond until like 4 days later until I actually saw it because I don't pay attention to
Which
my
is
Facebook messages.
that's good on you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because
I
like
don't
it
seem
looks
too
like you
eager.
were so casual, but really, if you
Yeah.
would have gotten that, you would have responded in 5 seconds.
And we kind of went back and forth a few times, and then I saw him like there today, and I was like, I'm just gonna reach out. We start talking.
Where'd you see him? You saw him physically?
Yes,
When?
he was out plowing.
I
Just
bet he
plowing the
was.
parking lot, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh hey!"
You're like, hey.
and I gave him a wave and a wink, and just
After you plow that parking lot, you can plow
Yes.
my parking lot. My parking
so
lot
like
needs
I came back in and
salted.
I reached out. I dug into the interwebs of Facebook Messenger and I reached out, and he immediately responded.
And
like,
got a boner for the bareback.
Come to find out, we
Contessa.
start shooting the shit. He's single.
Well,
Has
and,
been.
and newsflash, he was not when he was first in our
Correct.
apartment.
And I was respectful.
I
I will
wasn't.
say there was flirting.
I was asking him to break up with his boyfriend.
There
already.
was flirting from both ends.
Mm-hmm. Which I was facilitating quite nicely.
Yes.
I was like dropping little nuggets and then like
No, but
fading
then
in the background.
he was like, he's been like hardcore flirting since we've been texting. Like it's been hot.
Has it been graphic in nature?
Almost. I'm into it.
What do you mean? What's almost graphic? Like
Like there have been photos, but with like
of
that were
peepees?
suggestive.
Of peepees?
No, nothing.
So you send him like a picture of your belly button.
Yep.
You're like, look how deep.
I said, look at my pussy, how
You're-
deep it goes.
You're like, you want to see my cave of wonders?
my
Mm.
belly button.
Are you the diamond in the rough?
Yeah. No, it's hot.
How's his body?
It's hot.
Can I see it?
It's covered in tattoos. It's hot.
Can I see it?
All right. I don't know.
I just want to see his body.
Okay, hold on. I bet there's one that's safe.
You just said they were not like you said
Well,
they were
like,
not graphic.
There's some, like I still don't think he wants it out there for everyone to know. So like, or
Oh,
like,
if he has a nice body, he wants it out there. I don't have a nice body, and I want it out there. Mm.
It's right up my alley, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have thought that was what he looked like
I know.
when he was here. But he was very charming.
Very charming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely your type.
Yeah.
That's my type. That's my type.
And we're going to go have a cocktail tomorrow night.
Where?
And maybe even have some drinks too.
He's gonna put his cock in your tail?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Where are you going?
We're going to go to some place.
You want me to go with a big newspaper and sunglasses with like holes cut in the newspaper and just sit in the table behind you?
No. As much as I know that you really want to do that.
It would be
it's
so
not gonna
funny.
happen.
It would be so funny. Can you imagine?
No.
I'm just sitting there and I have these on. These
Yeah,
sunglasses.
you just be back there being so nonchalant like you
sunglasses.
are naturally.
And I'm like, I like bring it down. I look up at you and
Yeah, you look over your pink half-rimmed glasses that are bedazzled with rhinestones.
These are red.
Oh, pardon.
And they're in the official Hey Girl promo picture before it launched. These are history.
But what does that have to do with my date?
Just the fact that I'd look cute in them.
Okay.
Sometimes it's about me too, okay?
So hopefully tomorrow.
So what time? Where? Like where?
Well, I mean, I work tomorrow, and we're just gonna text and like kind of just play it by ear. He asked to like meet and go out for dinner, and I'm like, I don't want to eat on a first date.
Because you might have sex.
What? That's always a possibility. We are gay, after all.
Yeah. And what do two gays like more than just touching butts?
Not much.
No, really.
Really not.
No, we do a pecan sandy.
A pecan sandy, if you
Yeah.
will.
A pecan sandy and touching butts, and the gays are
Yeah.
happy.
No, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it.
You're looking more forward to it than the past
Oh yeah,
date that
he's
we
also
had.
hotter. I'm so shallow.
But this guy's hot because he has like a personality.
He does.
Like if he
But,
can
like-
come in the middle of the night.
Oh, he can come
well,
on.
he
it.
will. And he's going to, and he's going to. I don't want to begrudge him that. But if he can come to a random person's home in the middle of the night and check their water heater, and like I'm in my pink robe,
Yeah.
and like if he can be cool and make conversation, like
Oh yeah.
he's got a good personality too. So
But,
I don't think you're being shallow.
First of all, you're hot
Thank you.
naturally.
Thank you.
I mean, he is.
Oh, well, I'm just
Plus,
gonna leave.
it's like he's handy. He's the handyman.
I know that's exactly
It's
what I
very
said
much
when
like
you
a
said
porn.
when you said I've got a date with him, and I said, "Oh, we'll talk about it on the podcast. Don't tell me anything." And then I go, oh, "That means he can fix things."
Yes. Like he's really like naturally handy.
Maybe he'll get a handy.
I'll
gonna
definitely
give
get
him a
more than
handy?
that.
Oh.
But he's cute. He's handy. He's sweet. He understands that like I'm a person. He's a different person. You gotta respect that.
What in the world does that mean? What did that word salad just mean?
Like
He's a human and he understands that I'm a human. Dogs are different than cats.
like we're two different people. Like
Yeah,
there's an
most-
independence factor.
Most people,
he respects it.
Most people are two different people.
That's hot to me.
You're a different person than me. Does that make it hot?
Like codependence grosses me out.
Oh, well, I have zero codependence.
Yeah.
My mom will ask me questions about stuff I should know, like about John's life, and I'm like, oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I gotta at Christmas they do like the pick the family member.
The gift exchange?
Yeah, the family member that I got a gift from. Have no idea who they are.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
That's
I had
not
to
good,
ask.
Bobby.
I had to ask. I was like, who is this person?
Did John know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because that would have been funny if he was.
But-
like,
but I still am not 100% sure because I don't think I've met her, and if I did, it didn't stick. It wasn't anything to write home about. But I'm excited for you. You have a DATE.
I know. Hopefully by this time tomorrow, like night, he'll be like
in you.
shoving me against a wall and having his way.
Really?
I won't go all
He's
the way.
like, I won't go all the way.
But I might.
Just-
no, I'm
Just half shaft,
No, I don't know.
not balls deep.
I'm still a
Not-
lady.
I don't do balls deep on the first date.
Yeah.
Just put half of it in there. See what happens.
I mean, I will I'm not a prude, but I'm not.
I am.
I'm not.
I'm not either. I'm kidding. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
I should be more of a prude though when it comes to like.
When it comes to cum.
When it comes to cum.
When it comes to cum. Is
That's
it cum
gross.
or is it poop? I don't think that you are. I don't think you need to be.
Oh, but he was like, he brought up that day that he was here.
And how cool I was.
And like how much you remembered me and my smile.
You're welcome, because I'm the one who was making
I was like-
all the jokes.
I said, keep talking.
I was the one making all the jokes, so you're welcome. I got you a date.
Mm-hmm.
So just
So stay tuned.
just-
Come back next week.
just
for-
cocktails, right?
and drinks.
Right. Cocks and tails and drinks.
Yeah.
And if all goes well, you would go to which apartment? Because will it not be awkward going to his apartment, having
No, and
first talked to the roommate?
I did ask him. I was like, "Are we going to tell the roommate about the situation?" Because, like, I mean, not that there's much to tell. I never met the roommate. We just chatted several times, far too long.
Right, but still, it's weird.
Yeah, and he was like, I mean, he did not seem to care about it. He said he was going to tell him, but it was like, he was like, yeah, why not?
He seems cool.
Yeah,
He
he
seems really
seems very chill, very
he
go
gives
with the
me
flow.
very like a less fairy version of John.
Yeah. Well, I'm also like,
Kind of like calmer.
you know what I'm already thinking?
What?
Because this is just my crazy. What if he's the one?
Oh my God! What if
No,
I'm gonna get ordained?
his name is the same as my sister's husband. They have the same first name.
Chris?
Mm-hmm. Which is just weird.
Not really.
Yeah.
Everybody has the name John.
That's true, but like there's only like usually like one in the family.
I don't think I know. I probably do know other Johns, but I just can't think.
But that's
of them.
not his fault that that's his name.
No.
No. It's a very common name.
I mean, you were 2 ovaries away from being Stacy Joe.
I sure was.
Yeah, that's what his mom was gonna name him. That's so stupid.
I don't know what the fuck she was thinking.
Stacy Joe.
That's some
Stacey
West
Joe.
Virginia shit right there.
Stacy Joe. I feel like I think my mom told me she was gonna name me Hannah if I were a girl, and I don't. Every Hannah I've ever met, well, except for one, has been such a stick in the mud.
I know you don't see a lot. Coming
Hannahs
from
are just like
No offense to Hannahs. It's just
no. If your
I've
name's
never had a
Hannah,
significant
I'm sure
Hannah in
you're
my life.
lovely. I'm sure you're lovely, but I just don't like your name, dear.
And I never know what's right. Is it Hannah or Hanah?
I don't know. It's like Sarah.
Yes.
Sarah with no H. Nobody
Sarah,
got time
Sarah.
with that. Sarah Sanchez.
Yeah. Hey, girl.
Oh, I just put my finger in my nose because I forgot I was on camera again. You know what? Tune in for that riveting content of me picking my nose when I think no one's looking. But I think this could be good.
I hope so.
I think we should go ahead and book the wedding venue just in
No.
case.
No.
We'll just put a deposit down.
Just a deposit.
Just a deposit.
Just
After he deposits
his suppository.
his deposit into your security box. And then we will I'll get ordained. You married me. If you didn't know that, Scott married my husband and I. Not like
I was
married
ordained.
us. He
And-
married us.
And I've got the returning call.
What do you mean?
I'm going to be doing it again
Oh yes. But
For-
you
for my favorite person.
blah 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 like
Yes.
blah 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 like and slow.
Yeah. Well, not her, but
I'm gonna be the flower girl at that wedding.
I doubt it.
And Jackson's gonna hold my hand and walk me down the
Gross.
aisle.
Stop it.
I like to do that to you. But so if drinks go well, are you gonna bring him here to cap off the night?
Maybe. Or his. I don't care.
I just wondered.
We shall see.
I think it's gonna be fun. I think you're gonna be. I think you need someone
Honestly,
manlier than you.
I do too. I just want to make out with somebody.
Oh well, honey, we'll be right back after this break.
I'm really looking forward to. I hope that moment happens tomorrow. I hope there's enough chemistry.
Excuse me, sir. I'm really looking forward to tongue punching your fart box.
Yes.
I
I really am.
know. I don't blame you. Maintenance.
Do you like to eat ass?
Does the Pope shit in the woods?
I love it.
That would be a yes.
I love it.
I love it too.
It's great.
I love it. Low calorie, high fiber.
I could eat it, never gain a pound.
Sweet as sugar, honey. But yeah, everybody does. I think we are the generation that
Eats ass.
eats ass.
Do you
the millennials
eat ass?
And oh my God. Anybody who I told to listen to this in my professional life, I apologize that you just heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Just pretend you didn't. This is me. This is who I am. Okay? I like to eat butts. But
then I thought,
then I thought, butts. But then I thought, no. So I think that we definitely will need an update.
Yeah.
A lot can happen in a week. So
Yeah.
it could be a whole new person.
I could have somebody else
Or Scott
that
could
I
have
could be
found,
talking about
Scott
next week.
could have found the one thing that nobody else would care about that drives him nuts. So,
Oh, yeah.
like the last one, just liked him too much. Well, how terrible for you.
Yeah, but there was other reasons.
Yeah, but not ones that made sense, really.
No sex?
Well, give him a minute. He just...
It was 2 months!
Well, not
That's not okay. Not by my standards.
Well, what can I say? My husband put out on date, too.
And that's a match made in heaven.
There was nothing new on that honeymoon. Not a thing. Actually, there was a thing. We met Andy Cohen, so
That's
a thing.
Yeah.
We went to New York City and we saw Watch What Happens Live, and I saw Boy George.
You saw Watch What Happens Live.
Live, yeah. Literally, in the front row. And I didn't understand how the commercial breaks worked, and I did not see the person, because it's a lot more cramped in that clubhouse studio than you think. It's like this. Like those 2 chairs that we have sitting there, like put 2 rows of them, like put a row behind it, and like maybe go 6.
Yeah.
That's all that we're in
I'm
there.
so sorry that
It's
was
okay.
rude.
It's two rows of like 6 chairs. So not very many people are in there. And I didn't notice there was a guy off to the side telling you when to clap, when to applaud, when to
They
go,
didn't have like the
"Woohoo."
sign.
No, it was a guy. And I was just like three drinks in, because it's free drinks. And I'm just, woo, woo.
It was free drinks. It was an
yeah,
open bar.
Yeah, you go.
And Shangela was making your drinks, right?
No, she's the bartender on the show. But when you walk into...
You made her call me a booger.
I did. I forgot about that. You walk into this building on like Hudson. It's like down near like the...
Hudson?
I guess it would be. Yes. But it's like, it looks like a hotel building or something, but you go in and then you get on the elevator and you go up to like the 6th floor or whatever, and it opens and it's like a little clubhouse bar room. And then you mingle in there with the rest of the audience, and then out of like at a random time up the elevator will come like the guests, but they go to a different way. So you see him for a second, you see Boy George, and I saw Dorit, the Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, and I was thinking,
who's like one of your favorites, right?
I do love Dorit. She can pull a look. I didn't like her the season that I met her though, but I did tell her boobs looked fantastic afterwards, and she said, "Thank you, sweetie." So I mean,
So basically you're best
we're pretty
friends.
much best friends,
Yeah.
me and Dorit. But we were like, so you get drunk, they give you drinks, and then you go single file like into the line or whatever. And I sat right behind Dorit's husband. Like I could like smell him. I didn't. I kind of did. But you could just like touch him. And I didn't know, like I was just so excited to be there.
Well, yeah, that's like
And-
your fucking...
Yeah, and I had a real housewife in front of me, and I was living my life, and I was just like, woo, woo, and John was like, stop it, stop. And I was like, what? I was like, woo, and I like held up my phone. I'm like, Shangela, I'm recording you. Will you call my friend Scott a booger? And he was like, hey Scott, you a booger? And
That was awesome.
And if you watch back that episode, I had it recorded for a long time, but I lost it. You can hear me when no one else is making a noise go, woo, woo, really. And then like during that commercial break, John was like, "Do you see that guy in the corner? He tells us when to clap." And I was like, "Oh, I'm very sorry. I apologize." So I was more careful after
Can't
that.
take you anywhere.
But it was really, really fun. I want to go back. And then the world shut down. So we never got to. We spent our first anniversary in quarantine, which they say if you were married to someone and you spent a whole year with them in quarantine, that you're pretty much like golden. Everything should be fine. So
I think you and John are got nothing to worry about.
he doesn't. Let's put it that way.
I just think it's too much work. Even if you guys did decide that you hated each other down the line, I don't think anything would ever happen because it would just be too much work to divorce.
I think.
And I just know both of you would get bored throughout the process. Like, then I thought, no.
Yeah, paperwork and me just like I just
Nothing's
like,
a boner killer like paperwork.
Yeah. I think our divorce would just be like, let's pretend that we did it
Like,
legally.
We'll say that we're divorced, but on paper we won't be.
I'm looking at myself in the monitor, and if you're not watching us, that's too bad for you because I have stars on my shirt and I look like a glazed donut. My face is glowing like dense, heavy stars. Got them heavy boobs. But I look really cute. So this is that was my segue into just telling you to check out our Patreon at www.patreon.com/heygirlpod. That's HEYGIRLPOD. HeyGirlPod.
.com.
No.
Oh.
Patreon.com/heygirlpod.
Oh, HeyGirlPod.
Wow.
Sorry.
He's really good.
I got lost watching you trying to count, like, spell in your head,
I know.
and you were trying so hard.
Well, at first I was like, it's an I, not a U in girl. But I think we should probably say hi to our newest super betch before we skedaddle.
Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hey, girl.
Lindsay just happens to be my first notch in my bedpost. No.
Gross.
She was my high school girlfriend.
She was your beard.
She was not. She shaved it.
She was a lovely lady.
She shaved
Lovely
her,
gal.
She shaved her mustache
She was your beard.
diligently.
That poor girl.
I loved her.
You did.
I did love her.
You gave her a promise ring.
I did. I promised her to be.
Nothing says I'm
I promised her
homosexual
to
more
be-
like giving a girl a promise ring.
I know. She gave it back to me though on the windshield of my car. Thanks for that.
Oh, to be young again. The shit that we fucking did in our times.
I know that was the same year that I lived with a person I had no idea who they were. It was just the worst year of my life.
Oh, God. We've all had them.
Yeah, it was a terrible year. But anyway, thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you.
We love you, and I hope you enjoy your sticker.
Yeah.
But you can.
Oh, did we show off our mugs?
No, I will link it in the description.
Speaking of Patreon.
We have, you can now get a mug. I'm going to hold my mug full of water over my soundboard very carefully. We have new mugs and you can buy them without being a member. I will link them in the description. They're gorgeous. They look like Linda Evangelista. They're a model.
They have our logo
They
on
have
it.
a beautiful smile. Did you rhinestone those yourself? Did you stone those tights? Oh. But they're really pretty.
And I gotta say, they work very well. I have never felt more hydrated.
They hold water.
They hold a copious amount of liquid.
They do hold water. It does hold water. And then for those who don't drink coffee or don't want a mug, we also have these, what I am told are tumblers, and they're just glasses with our pod on them so that when you listen to us, you may have a cocktail with us.
It is the finest glassware you can find.
Yes, it's made in, wait, hold on one second. It's made in
Bangladesh.
Kahina.
Kahina?
Kahina? China.
Sheena.
China. I think
Oh.
it's made in China.
Fine China.
It's got a cute angina.
Oh.
But you can buy those,
Such a-
and all money goes right back into this little pod, and we really appreciate it.
It
We
goes into
appreciate-
buying pecan sandies.
Yeah. You can be the snack sponsor for the right amount of money. You can send into our Patreon and become the official snack sponsor. If you could have a dream
I do
snack sponsor, who would
Oh.
it be? That would like make sure that no matter what, we never ran out of this certain food. What would it be?
I really love
I feel like I wouldn't turn down like the chocolate frosted Edmonds Life Supply.
Oh, I wouldn't. I would totally fuck with that.
Yeah.
But like
Or if Girl Scouts, if you want to settle our feud.
the EL fudge cookies.
That's El Fudge. I say
El
El
fudge,
Fudge.
yeah. But like
EL Fudge, is that his
I
name?
never know how to say it.
My name is EL Fudge, and
I like to make him a little bit more sophisticated. He abbreviates the first two initials.
Milk lemonade. Around the corner, El Fudge is made.
I don't know, but I love those cookies.
El Fudge is the fudge in Spanish.
Oh, I love those fudge cookies.
They are really good.
I love those.
I like a
Vienna finger.
A Vienna finger.
I love a Vienna finger. I would just love a Keebler. Just
you
Keebler.
know what? I really like those 2 Vienna fingers.
Oh, 3.
And then 1 in my sting.
3?
I like 2 vanilla fingers in
I
my
want
pink.
as many fingers as you can get.
Mike. Or Chris.
5. Fist. You can reach my heart with
I
those
said
fingers.
Chris. You said fist. I was talking about your date.
I was talking about the Vienna fingers.
Those are cookies. Your Vienna fingers are so much bigger than my Vienna fingers. Look at my little fingers.
Mine are like Vienna sausages.
Mine are like, I don't know. Okay, so sometimes I wear fake nails, and when I wear fake nails, my hands look so much bigger and like elongated, like Voldemort fingers.
Yeah.
And then I take them off, and I'm like, oh my God, I have a child's hand. If you're on the Patreon, please look at my childlike hand. It's bigger than yours.
Yeah, right.
No, you've probably got, oh my God. That is a hefty finger. I wonder if I cut that off, how much that would weigh. Did you hear that? That was his finger falling down. I'm just kidding. So I always forget to tell everyone because a lot of people are like you. I think that like we see the numbers. We see many people are listening, and we're very thankful for that.
Thank you.
And it turns out the person who wrote a review that I was really excited about turned out just to be a friend. But I'm still very appreciative for the review. But if you're listening, we would love a 5-star review, and we would like it to come with words, please.
Yes.
We know we're amazing. We don't need the stars to know.
We know we are 5-star
We need the
worthy.
validation in
We
words,
need to know
please.
why
we want to
we are
know what you
5-star
like,
worthy.
how amazing we are, what, we're beautiful, we're a model, we look like Linda Evangelista, all the things. And I always forget that not everyone has Instagram, and that's really the main place to follow us.
Well,
I have, well, no.
And the podcast.
I have, the podcast is at Hey Girl Pod. But we have an email address. So it's just heygirlpod@gmail.com.
At Gmail.
At Gmail.
Gmail.
And Scott's going to continue to yawn through the episode for those that are watching. And you can email us anything. A dick pic.
Oh, I love those.
Email, if they're dick pics for Scott, just put like in the subject line, dick pic for Scott. If it's for me, put that in the subject. Clit pics, we won't look at them. We won't open them. But feel free to send them.
We don't discriminate against them.
Feel free to send them. But you can email us ideas if you want to write us a theme song. I really would love a theme song, but I'm just
that we didn't have to put any work into.
Yeah, I don't want to do any work. I do enough work.
It's the podcast with
me
and me.
Yeah, it's the podcast with me
and me
and us. Hey, girl, that's it. What are you
That's
doing?
all. I'm refilling
our water. We just have everything at our fingertips, at our disposal. I want to thank Mugen for being amazing. That shit is. We didn't drink near as much as we drank of the light.
No,
I
but
got
let
a
me
good
tell
buzz
you,
on.
this here, Mugen X. This is what dreams are made of. This is all of your dreams in a bottle. It is so good. It is so good. This was the. You know what, Bobby? I take it all back.
The rose of your week is
this
the
is the
Mugen
rose
X.
of my week. The Mugen X.
Not getting free tire repair.
No, the Mugen X.
All right, that's fine. I wouldn't get excited about tires either.
God, there's nothing fun about tires.
No, not a damn
I
thing.
was saying, like,
the thing that sucks the
I
most
have
is
to
when
get
you
all
get one,
formula.
you gotta get all. You gotta get them all.
It is the most awful thing that you have to buy.
Fuck whoever invented the wheel.
It's just rubber. Why do they got to be so much fucking money? It's rubber. Why is one tire $89 and another tire $249 a tire?
Because it can be.
That's
And
just fucking
if
stupid.
If you dump this on the,
It's got a cork on it.
I don't care. Put a cork in it. You put a cork in it. No, you do.
Anyway, thank you I'm off my soapbox now.
Okay. So everybody wish Scott luck.
Thank you.
For his date. You can follow him on Twitter at SJ_Wally and Instagram at the same time. The same name.
I promise I'm going to make a Bareback Contessa
Instagram
handle.
Oh my God, you should make a Bareback Contessa handle.
Watch. I looked one up today on Twitter actually, and it brought up porn.
Well, I think you could be like, you could always be like the
was a
BEAR back Contessa.
But I like the bear. I'm not really a bear though. I wouldn't describe myself as a bear.
I would. No, I wasn't meaning like that. I just meant like if it was taken, which I don't think it was.
I mean the Bareback Contessa one.
The one Bareback Contessa.
The one.
The
bareback.
only. Bareback.
The real Bareback Contessa.
Yeah, at the real Bareback Contessa. So we'll try to get that made. But you can email us. You can email us at heygirlpod@gmail.com. That's gmail.com. heygirlpod@gmail.com. Email us. Send us some fun stuff. And follow the show on Instagram at heygirlpod. We're going to get a Bareback Contessa thing for what's your name?
The Bareback Contessa.
Yeah, I can't even think of any other name for you. Really.
What is a Contessa?
I don't know.
Like, where did that name come from?
I don't know. Hold on.
The origin story
Let me ask
of
this girl.
Contessa.
Let me know what a Contessa is. Oh, my phone's upside down. What is a Contessa? I'm asking her. Hold on. A countess. Often specifically an Italian countess. You
I'm
are
Italian.
the Bareback Contessa.
I
the
am.
Duchess of Bareback. Hi, I am Scott, the Bareback Contessa, the Contessa of Bareback, the Duchess.
I live.
The Duchess of Bareback. Well, Gia, my dog, is the Duchess of Roanoke, and you're the
Yes.
Duchess of Bareback. That's cute. I didn't know it meant an Italian Duchess.
I didn't either. Contessa.
The Bareback Contessa.
I feel
And
so
then
much
I,
more
of
royal.
course, am at It's Bobby Jean Spears. ITSBOBBYJEANSPEARS. It's Bobby Jean Spears. And that is all the places that you can find us. And feel free to find us and support us and pay us and give us the stuff. And I mean, if you want us to make an Amazon wish list, we'll do that.
Oh,
for
hell
you.
yeah, we will.
Scott has an OnlyFan account, but I'm sorry, the membership is full. He has his one fan. So that's all. You can't join.
I'm all
that.
tapped out.
Yeah, all tapped out. But if that fan gets tired of him, we'll let you know if there's another opening on his OnlyFan.
There's always an opening.
And it is large. But we will be back next week, and hopefully we'll just have some more nothing to share with you.
This was fun.
This was fun. I can't wait to hear about your date. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for listening.
Thanks again to Mugen. Mugen, you guys rock.
Everybody should drink it. Go to Mugen, WMUJEN.com.
That's Mugen.com, MUJEN.com.
Listen to us. Available on iTunes,